Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Smashi Sports Show. My name is Hisham, and I'm joined today by my co-host Abdel Majid. How are you,
How are
Majid?
you, Hisham?
I'm good. Today is the 31st of January, last day of the month.
Yeah,
So quick, no?
yeah. I was just saying that it's a very nice ending. 31st is Friday. The month ends when the week ends. So we'll have 2 days of silence before we start the next month.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the next month is very busy. A lot of things are happening because everyone is trying
all
to,
days are very busy, not only the
yeah,
month. So
everyone
yeah,
is trying to just do everything before Ramadan.
yeah, I can see that even
Yeah,
regarding like events for like
shoots,
business, for
everything.
sports, everything they just try to
Yeah,
compress it because like Ramadan is a very big season in UAE and GCC and the Middle East and all like the Arab world as
yeah.
well. We had very interesting news heading up. Not surprisingly, but we had very good, interesting news. But let me give you a reminder of EDC Emirates Drift Championship 2024-2025. First round was at Liwa, but second round, third round, and the upcoming fourth round are at Yas Circuit Marina in Abu Dhabi. If you missed round two and round three, you can watch them on Smashi TV with their highlights. And don't forget to watch our next round, and it's the final round of 2024-2025. It's on Saturday, 8th of
Yeah.
February. It's going to be starting at 5 p.m. As a reminder, we have our social media team on ground there covering and making interviews. Actually, we got people requested to make a few interviews with a few drivers from the last round.
Nice.
Ahmed Al-Qaddah, he's
Oh,
a Jordanian driver. He's one of the best drifters, or the best actually in Jordan. So please share with us your favorite driver that you want to get a close up with, and hopefully we have a very surprise coming up. One of the drifters will be joining us in the show next week.
nice.
Yeah. Um, let's kick off with our first headline of today, and thank God that this happened. Not thank God, but like
It just happened.
all right, for whoever if someone's listening to us for the first time, we have no we have no issues with anyone. We're just giving out our personal opinion and the public's
Yeah.
opinion. And if we're talking about a club, we're talking about a nationality, and we're talking about a player, we're talking on the tongue of their fans and supporters,
Yeah.
not from our personal perspectives and point of view. Neymar to rejoin their boyhood club Santos for a 6-month contract after leaving Al Hilal. He actually made that announcement. He was there. Um,
Looked sad.
uh, a lot looks sad for him
Yeah.
as a player, as a potential, as a person who could have been the best player in the world, as a player who could have helped his country win more trophies, as a
Yeah.
player who could have pushed all the teams he played for much more. But as I said, a lot of people are happy that this story is coming to an end, and I don't want to be harsh on the player. I'm sure uh, a lot of injuries happened to him, and especially the ACL injury that almost took him a year to recover from. Because like for me, I'm not being harsh, but when you see like old players in age such as Ibrahim Vij when he's got his ACL and
Yeah.
other players, they finish it in 7 months, 6 months, maximum average is 8 months, but he just hit almost a 12, 11 month and 28 days, almost a year. Um, wasn't really satisfying as really Al Hilal fans,
Yeah.
and I'm sure all Saudi teams had high expectations of him performing and making good numbers in the in the Saudi
Yeah.
Pro League. I think that 6 months is just the fact that no one can actually afford his wage right now,
Yeah.
his contract. So he's just going there for 6 months, you know, de Janeiro de Brazil,
Yeah.
enjoying some good time there, quality family time.
Yeah.
I think that will help him mentally because I always feel that the most players across all the players in all nationalities, one of the main nationalities that really get homesick are the Brazilians. And
Yeah.
yeah, do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
if it's a footballer, more.
yeah.
Because Brazil, again, football nation, wide footballing nation.
And as I said, Brazilians has a different Europe has a different lifestyle, especially Latin Americans, and they have a different lifestyle. I think he's homesick, but him just going back there to his country
Yeah.
will make him be very satisfied and
Yeah.
will push him forward to you know be in a good condition, be in a good health and state, that will actually make him
But
be
one of the
happy.
costliest flops in the history of football, right?
Yeah, 100%. But I'm sure also, you know, the football didn't give him a chance because he thought he's bigger than it.
Yeah,
But like also I'm sure he didn't put effort in on it.
yeah,
It's like, oh, I can do this by myself, you know.
yeah. And I say one of the biggest, like, costliest flop because I saw a breakdown by the National, and it was like crazy amount of money that he got by not playing a lot. So basically, he only had 7 appearances for Al Hilal, and he scored 1 goal. And the breakdown is like this. If you are interested,
Yeah,
just bear with
please,
me.
please, please,
Yeah.
please. I love your business perspective and bringing money up.
So he had a transfer fee of 94 million. Then his reported annual salary, which was widely reported, no one confirmed it. They didn't confirm it, but it was around 104 million per year. That costed Al Hilal around 245 million dollars. So 35 million for one appearance because he played 7 times, 61.25 million per start. Just for starting a match, he got 61.25 million. More than 500,000, I won't say the exact number, it's very long, 572,429, but more than 500,000 for every minute he was on the pitch. Just staying on the pitch for 1 minute gave him $572,000, 49 million for one win, 14.4 million per point gain, 245 million per goal. That's like because he scored only 1 goal, so the whole fee basically was for 1 goal that he scored for Al Hilal. And the most interesting thing that I was telling Hisham, for one accurate pass,
Yeah, that's the
he
shocking
got
one.
$1 million.
That's the shocking one.
Just one making a pass gave him $1 million, and just touching the ball gave him $600,000. Hisham, I want this stint with Al Hilal. Trust me.
When it comes towards money, I really don't
Yeah,
look up into it.
yeah. But again, see, it costed the club
It
something where
yeah,
they
that's what
could
I'm
have
saying.
invested this money in a youngster.
He got what he
Yeah,
like in life, never always just say, oh,
yeah,
why he got this money, why don't I get this? Never. That's how I always see it. He got what he deserved for him and his
yeah.
family and his kids.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm sure
No,
like
but
these
I
kind of
look up to
players,
it. I want to do it.
yeah, because
I'm fine with that. Neymar getting it. I also
these
want it.
these kind of players,
Yeah,
especially football players, because they mainly come from a lower bit of
yeah,
families. They open many houses like
yeah. That's a good thing.
cousins, like not his sister and Lawa, like his aunts and cousins and uncles.
Yeah,
So that's their luck in
and they're
life.
known for family also in
But
Brazil.
I'm sure that it was a bit like I see that after the ACL when he's back he got another injury. I feel pressured for the club to just
Yeah,
remove him out. But I mentioned to you the fans were pressuring the club so
yeah,
much because uh, when you see a transfer that happened for Attahad Jeddah, it's coming from Barcelona. His name is Yoni Hernandez.
yeah.
He's a kid at La Masia, around 89 years old. Not plays for Barcelona B. La Masia team is the second team, and he actually made his move. I'll sneeze. Sorry. So you see such a player just making that move from Barcelona straight forward
Yeah.
to Attihad Jeddah with a very young age. So other clubs will say, why won't I do that? As I mentioned, many other Brazilian players are going there to Al Hilal. Also, Al Hilal just got the Brazilian player, and I told you he is the replacement for Neymar, because those kinds of club prepare the backup before actually, just getting the action done. You know what I mean?
I remember we talked about it that Saudi has to change the way now after getting so many stars and putting Saudi Pro League on the map now, finally with all these big signings. Now the time has come, and we've seen on the transfer news, Smashi Sports, all socials, all transfer news, always there. We've seen that they're now targeting the younger ones.
Yeah.
Because one, they cost less. Two, they have the potential to become great players. Three, they're hungry because they want to prove a point in Saudi Pro League and maybe then move to Europe. So they will spend 2 or 3 years, good quality years, good energy years that they have. So Saudi League that way can tap into that young potential,
And
and they're doing it.
I think they listen to you.
Yeah, they're
They
doing it.
listen to you because they got Unai Hernandez from Barcelona.
Yeah,
That's Ittihad Jeddah. You
yeah.
got Anas. It's a done deal, confirmed by Fabrizio. Here we go. That Juan Duran. He plays for Aston Villa in the Premier League. He's going to Al Nassr for
Yeah.
80 million. So you see a lot of players, are actually people are very like clubs are very interested to them.
I think they're interested, the kids as well, like looking from the other side of the table, from the kids' perspective. Saudi Pro League being on the map, on the footballing map, like a very prominent thing, it also gives them a chance as well, right? So it's not just them making money moves, because a lot of people would say that, oh, these kids are getting double their salaries that they're getting in their countries or in some other leagues, and that is why they're moving. But you have to see that
It's
Saudi
quality.
Pro League getting the
Yeah.
limelight is also good for them, because if they perform well for any like top 3, 4, 5, 6 clubs, they will get the limelight and they can make future moves to Premier League, German League, Spanish La Liga, wherever they want. So for them, it's a stepping stone, and for Saudi Pro League, it's a good investment.
Yeah, obviously,
so win-win
100,
situation for both
100%.
of them.
The league will change, the shape will change time by
Yeah.
time. It will get better time by time. I think they got what they want in the beginning. When you see a player from Barcelona, La Masia, he's not willing to go to the first team and play under Flick with
Yeah.
the superstars like Lewandowski, Rafinha, Pedri, many and others, and competing in Clásicos against Vinicius and Madrid. No, he wants to go to there, compete with, play with obviously Karim Benzema and a lot of
Yeah.
players from there.
And get
Kanté,
good pitch
Fabinho,
time.
and
You
get
know-
more pitch time
Yeah.
and be a star there because he saw the fans are
Yeah.
crazy. And also, you compete against Ronaldo, you compete against Mahrez, you compete
And you compete against the cream of Saudi football as well. It's not that bad. They're very good players.
So yeah, it's a different phase. And
Yeah.
for Neymar, I think this 6 months contract is just, as I said, just for him to get back on his legs. And I'm sure you'll see him back. I don't know.
I don't think they'll come back.
I think he's gonna go like to Inter Miami.
Yeah,
rejoins,
something like that.
Messi and Jordi Alba.
Yeah.
Miami.
Most probably.
Good beach, good life.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for.
So
Let's
see.
move on. Let's move on to a second head story, and it's the second farewell of today's episode.
It's all farewells.
Steven Gerrard has officially parted away from Al Ettifaq. Al Ettifaq
Yeah.
has put a post thanking Gerrard for the time
Yeah.
being for him there. Like Gerrard, like he's a person that he's really like when you hear him speak in conferences and interviews, he's on ground.
Yeah.
He's on ground. He knows where he is. He knows what he wants, and he doesn't like buy you empty air
Realistic.
in a bottle. Yeah,
A realist.
like
He
this
doesn't-
team, we
yeah.
can only make it to the top 6.
Yeah.
We can make it to the top 4. We can make it to the top 2.
He would never say no. We'll win the
Oh
title
no,
for you.
no.
Very
you
clear.
know? So I think he, in my perspective, I would see that he tried it for 2 years, almost 2 years and a half. He tried
Yeah.
June 2023, July
Yeah.
2023.
June.
He had almost a season and a half,
Yeah.
almost 2 seasons on calendar. But like he said, I can give myself a chance somewhere else.
Yeah.
And actually, someone else can come here, might have a better luck than I will, you know. So I really appreciate Gerrard, and I wish him the best. But you know, as me growing up watching football, like it's very difficult. It's not difficult, but it's rare to see a very good English coach.
Yeah. And also the transition from being a player
Top
to becoming a
6
manager is
yeah.
very difficult as well.
Top 6 teams in the
Yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah,
It
Guardiola.
depends, it depends if Newcastle is on top 6 or not. But almost top 5 teams. Apart from Newcastle, top 6 teams, they don't have an English coach. You know?
Yeah, bad coaches.
Top 4, 5 teams in Serie A doesn't have an English coach.
Yeah.
Top 4 teams in Spain, they don't have an English coach.
Who was the last good English coach that you saw? Like, who is still like the if you would pick him out, Roy Hodgson. He's old, but Rafa Benitez was not English, right?
Rafa Benitez is
Not English.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah, Benitez.
Benitez was not English. Guardiola, Klopp is German.
Klopp is gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's very rare to find a good English coach. Yeah. But again, I guess for Gerrard also, he went to after like he
Great players
hung
on
up-
the field:
Yeah.
Gerrard, Lampard, John Terry, Beckham.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the generation that I grew up watching. Rio Ferdinand. A lot of top quality players on the pitch. Paul Scholes, Giggs is Walesy. He's not
Yeah.
English, but I consider him. Also, Paul Scholes is Scottish, but for me, like
Yeah,
Wales,
yeah, yeah.
they're all one country for me. So, but big players, big players on the field, but
Never became like.
it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough for them. It's tough.
To be honest, for me, even if
But
I've
I'm
played
saying that
football,
I'm
but
judging that
coaching
because
is a different
No,
game.
I'm judging that because like I'm telling you, like I'm not judging it because
You don't like Premier
saying
League.
the English coaches they're not good, like like in Egypt, Ahli, Zamalek, they didn't have an Egyptian coach like since ages. National team last time. Now we have Hassan. He's a legend, obviously, but the last 10 years we never had an Egyptian coach.
Yeah.
And across global, we don't have any Egyptian coach across every. I'm talking about myself, but I'm saying like England is the home of football.
Yeah,
You know,
national game.
they know the game. They play the game. That's ball. They play that game. So like I think that's something the federations there need to look onto and have actually their youth coming up with that mentality. But yeah, like
Get it, Southgate.
Southgate was good. He made
Yeah.
he made good numbers reaching the
Yeah.
finals. He reached many finals, but it's not coming home.
Yeah.
Bro,
There's Eddie Howe. There's Sean Dyke.
Anyhow, he's a manager now of
Yeah.
Newcastle.
He's
But like,
the one. But again, he got. To be honest, we have to be fair that he got a good injection of money and he could buy good players and then manage them. He got that like at least a push. Otherwise, Eddie Howe throughout history he hasn't been like the greatest coach. You won't count him in the top 5 or 10, right? So that's good that he got some support and then
to be fair, like
he
I
took
can't.
that chance, right?
To be fair, like I'm not being silly, but I can't mention 5 English coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I pulled up a list and
Yeah.
the list is very
Yeah,
like,
like,
exhaustible
my-
very quickly.
My topest coach's mentality, it comes first hand.
Alex
it comes
Ferguson, bro.
Spanish. Alex Ferguson.
He comes up as an English.
He's not English.
He's not, right?
I think so. He's Walesy, Scottish, something. Like
Brian Clough, including some of the greatest managers in the history of football, including Brian Clough and so on.
No,
Came from the UK.
Sir Alex, was he English?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, the list says.
I thought he was Scottish. To be fair,
Ah, okay.
he's not. Check it.
Yeah, it says he's from England, so Alex Ferguson.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like one.
Alex
One.
Ferguson.
One.
Sir Alex
Sir Alex
Ferguson.
Ferguson, yeah.
Okay. And then
Because I know the English coach, the ones that I've seen in Premier League mostly is Roy Hodgson. I know him. Sean Dyke. I know Eddie Howe. I knew his name. I never like followed him much. Sean Dyke. I know. Graham
Southgate.
Potter. No. Mark Robbins. No. Michael Carrick obviously turned from a player.
Yeah, but
he
like,
hasn't
yeah,
done something
yeah.
great. So your point on the basis of like yes, in quantity, if you see, there's only Sir Alex Ferguson.
if
Big Sam Allardyce.
when you mentioned the Spanish team, when you managed the Spanish coaches,
Yeah.
you'll say Del Bosque,
Yeah.
you'll say Pep Guardiola, you'll say Unai Emery,
Luis Enrique.
Unai Emery in the Premier League. You say Luis Enrique in Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
You will say Arteta, Arsenal.
Rafael Benitez.
Rafael,
Bro.
but I don't
Kind
like
of like
I don't like this
he
mentality.
built
but yeah.
the team for Liverpool, right? He stayed with them for a time and
Yeah.
they were struggling.
If you say German
Ancelotti,
coaches,
bro. Carlo
you
Ancelotti.
talk about Italian is something else, but I don't like the defending ball. But I'm saying when you say like Spanish, you said Spanish. When you go to the German, you say Hansen Flick. You say Klopp. You go to the Netherlands school, Johan Cruyff.
Yeah.
Now Slot in Liverpool. You know, Italian. You will say till morning Capello.
Yeah.
And then you have now what's his Carlo Ancelotti, obviously. You see, like But like English coach, just to add
Yeah.
something. Yeah. But
They need
like
to get better.
Steve, like I wish you the best. I'm really happy of the people who can actually take a step back and say like, no, I can't do this. He
Yeah.
can't say, oh, like I'm a Liverpool legend and an England captain. That's my job. No, he just backed off.
No, but you look at his career. He did good with Rangers. He won them their first title after like 10,
Yeah.
13 years.
He played as a
Celtic-
player and he was a manager at the same time.
Yeah.
He made huge success in Scotland. I think he should have
Yeah.
stayed there
Yeah.
for a
But then he moved to Aston Villa and
move because
Aston Villa
look,
flopped.
the Premier League is your home. You wanna prove you're good.
Yeah.
You wanna prove you're good. And one of the interviews for Stephen was about Gerrard. He's like, are you planning to go to Liverpool? And Klopp was at the time, and that's why I'm telling you he's very honest with himself. He's like, the fans doesn't want me.
Yeah.
They want Klopp.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Jurgen Klopp.
So that's our second
Yeah.
departure of the
Yeah,
day.
he gave a very good statement. I was just reading it. The gist is that he's like, again, what Hisham said, that I realized that if I go away and the club goes another way, it's
I didn't
good
read the
for them.
statement, but
because he
like-
had the contract till 2027. So if he would enforce the contract, he could have stayed. But again, really nice guy. And he's like one of the legends that I love, not because of Liverpool, just as a legend. I love Steven Gerrard, always humble. It was very rare to see him celebrate so ecstatically. He would just score the goal and then be like, making the crowd happy. But I loved him and Lampard for their like long shots, and Mikhail Balah. These are like the three top guys that I saw like shoot from a distance with like old boots, not even the new ones, and with like the old ball, not the new one, which swerves in the air, makes the keeper dizzy. So they did stuff in an age and time when no one else was doing it. So yeah, he's one of the greatest legends. I think Al Ettifaq are better off without him because he was a very nice guy who made them realize that they need to do more, I guess. So having him for nearly 2 years, 2023 June, so it's like, yeah.
Almost a year and a
nearly,
half,
yeah. So the good thing is he came, he shared experience with the players. Even though they are 12th position in the league, they would have learned something from him.
Yeah, obviously.
So whoever comes in next, he will at least get a bunch of
He has
players.
something to continue
Yeah.
upon. He didn't
Yeah.
have he built this, for example.
So let's see who the new coach will be.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our final headline today, and it is our favorite tournament happening right now. It's Dubai International Basketball Championship, and unluckily, it's coming to an end as the quarterfinals started being played yesterday, where you have the Tunisian national team played against Amman United, and Strong Group versus Sharjah, and today we have Al Ahli. Trabli versus UAE national team, Sajis versus Emirates, Beirut. Well, this tournament is actually like, changing a lot of perspectives around the basketball happening, especially in UAE. Because like when you see such competition, again, I said this competition, you cannot say who's going to win who and who's going to be winning against who. But you can watch all of those matches with their highlights live on Smashi TV.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had the Tunisian national team. They won against Sharjah yesterday, and they are the first team to make it to the semi-final. And we have the second team who qualified from yesterday's game is CJA Strong, and they made it with a 163 to them. That was a big gap.
Yeah.
And today, as I mentioned on Smashi Sports, we have the first game happening at 7 p.m. Al Ahli versus the UAE national team. Wish all the best luck to the UAE national team, and Smashi Sports is official sponsors to the UAE national team. And the second
They have
team,
the logo on.
second team at 9 p.m. are Emirates Beirut versus Sajis.
These are playing at 9.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow, I think
we'll have the final lineup.
I think
today.
it will be very amazing, and that's my prediction. If you have the Tunisian national team versus the UAE national team in the finals,
That'll be a good match.
but the team that won yesterday, 10-6, the Filipino teams, they're great.
Yeah.
They're great.
Strong group.
Yeah, I told you before the
Yeah.
tournament started
That
when
they're
I was
one of the
talking
best teams, yeah.
about the short. I'm used to basketball players,
Yeah.
tall, the short guy just
Yeah,
dribbles
so
and just
100
puts it.
versus 63. That's a big gap. Like 37 points.
Yeah, and like they're not coming to joke. Like if difference
Yeah.
20, you chill, but like they're like, bum, 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 you know.
I hope it can be a national team final. Tunisia, they won 93-83 against Amman United. So Tunisia is there. I hope Tunisia and
Yeah.
UAE maybe. Some two national teams.
We give all our hopes and
Yeah.
wishes today for the UAE national team and for
Yeah.
all the players and the national
Yeah.
team
If
coach.
they win, our logo will be like there when they lift the trophy. We'll be very happy.
So we have our social media team there live on coverage.
Yeah.
The tournament is happening and it's hosted by Al Nasr Club, such a great organization. The amount of fans you see there, the communities are being built around this tournament. All the works looks very amazing, to be fair. You can watch on Smashi TV all the highlights of the previous games. If you missed any game since the first round with our two Arabic commentators, Omar Taimur and Mustafa Mahmoud, all games are happening with commentary and live on Smashi TV. Download the app on your phone, Android, Apple, tablet, iPad, TV, and web browser. Stay tuned for more news happening, and you can also watch all the transfer news as Abdul Majid said on Smashi Sports Instagram and across all social media platforms. We make the announcements of the games with their links on 8 in the morning Dubai time, which is 6 in the morning Cairo time, for example. With all the links and the games are going to be happening. Please also subscribe to our WhatsApp Smashy Sports channel to get all the updates of the news of the games. It's like a full package that have everything, the news, the matches, the highlights, shorts, everywhere to our WhatsApp channel. We also put the link for you there. This was Smashy Sports. Thank you, Abdul Majid, for this episode.
Thank you,
It's always
Sham.
good to have you with me, especially on a Friday.
Yeah.
Especially on a Friday. This was Smashy Sports Show. Apart from the Augustus Media Network podcast, don't forget to listen us on your favorite podcast platform, Anghami, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Music. See you on Monday at 11 a.m.
Bye bye.